You do have dirty dishes, it sounds like, and we need to find a way to get them clean. And having dirty dishes does not in any way, shape, or form indicate your capacity to be a lovely person. If we need to put together a plan to wash dishes, great, let's do that. That sounds like it'll really solve a lot of problems for you. My fear is that you'll still think you're a bad person even if your dishes are clean and put away. You're talking about people seeing you for who you are, seeing past this version of yourself you're trying to project. That tells me that dirty dishes or not, you think there's something dirty inside of you that if people see, they'll reject you for it. And I'm telling you, I know you have dirty dishes and I am fully embracing you as a person and I don't want to reject you at all, which means that you're not by default the kind of person who needs to be rejected if you're dirty. So let's clean the dishes up for sure. And let's see if we can figure out why it is that being dirty makes you rejectable. Because again, I know you have dirty dishes and I'm happy to keep talking to you because I'm enjoying the conversation. That is how I would approach that.
Break. Yeah. Break. That made me feel at once, full of like love and acceptance, like being called a lovely person while also, terrified.
Huh?
Um,
That's
in
vulnerability, baby.
Yeah, in my acting though, it was, I know it's not a real person, but it was like, you're saying I'm disorganized and I can be unclean in certain parts of my life and disheveled and all of that, facing the fact that I have disorganized, dirty parts of me is scary. It was scary. Like wait a minute. So I just accept that? Like I just say that I'm unclean? Do I and
And
but I
I
know
would say that yes, and right. This is, I think a lot of people with anxiety fall into this trap where they think that's the end of the conversation. Well, then I accept that I'm a dirty piece of garbage. Great. Thanks so much, therapist. No, no,
yeah.
no, no. That is step one of many steps. If
Yeah.
you have dirty dishes in the sink, we are doing you no favors by pretending you don't have dirty dishes in the sink because that's lying to yourself. If you have dirty dishes, then you have dirty dishes.
Yes, but what
Let's not
then
pretend that's not the case.
is the question
But
that
what then?
I
And
don't
the
want
question
to.
that I ask that is the most important question to me is, what does that mean about you? If having dirty dishes proves that you're bad, anytime you eat, you're proving to the world you're a bad person because you're using stuff and making it dirty. I want to push against that really hard. You will have dirty dishes. You do currently have dirty dishes. And all that means is that you have dishes you use to eat. You exist, and there's
But
proof that you exist.
then
And
there's a
that doesn't
balance
mean you're
between
bad.
like letting your dishes pile up and say, "Oh, I've learned to accept all that."
There
Like,
is. But
and
again, I
then
want to push against the idea that we need to have everything done in one step.
okay, so
I
that would
need
be
you
another
to
step.
accept.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
I
not.
need you to accept that your dishes are dirty, and I need you to accept that that doesn't mean anything except that you have dirty dishes. And if we
Okay,
need to solve the dirty dishes problem, let's solve the dirty dishes problem. But please don't tell me that I have to think about you a certain way because you have dirty dishes. I have dirty dishes too. Does that mean I'm a bad person? Does that mean you need to reject me? Every time I say something like that to a client, they always respond the same way. Of course not. Why would I be upset that you have dirty dishes? Well, then I get a pass that you don't. That's not fair. Let's push against that.
and then 6 months later, you'll be seeing them again because their kitchen is completely overrun with dirty dishes and rats are living in
Incorrect.
there.
Trust the process, baby.
No, I believe you. I believe you. But I think the threat is like, with CBT, people say, well, you're just telling me not to think badly about it. You're just like, we're thinking about your thinking. Oh, you're just telling me not to have it bother me. Thanks a lot. And it was like,
Yeah.
well, no,
Well,
there's actually a long process to recognizing the extremes that you're using. And the language is really important. And the nuances of your thoughts are really important. It's not just don't let the thoughts bother you. So maybe it's the
yeah.
same thing with like the feeling anxious about your dishes. It's not like don't let
Yeah.
dirty dishes completely not bother you, but they are there.
I still have my therapy hat on, so I'm going to apologize for everything I'm about to say.
Okay, go for it.
Right? So for me, it feels like in the conversation, the version of you that just showed up is trying to disprove the idea that accepting dirty dishes will be enough of a first step because you're looking for ways to poke holes in that. Well, fine, I accept it. Well, then what? 6 months from now, I'm going to show up and my house is going to be overrun. So there's your anxiety. The existential question is, if I can't solve this, am I just going to get worse? And as a humanist, you know, my thought process is I need to show you that you have value in the truth. The truth is you
Mhm.
do have dirt and mess in your home that does not touch your intrinsic value as a human being. If I can connect to that, I can keep you grounded. So when you're like, but I have all these things, and you start to spiral, I pull you out of the air and I attach you back to your chair. You are here right now. I see you. I know everything you're telling me, and I still hold value for you because you have that value intrinsically. I can work with you because you have value. I'm not afraid of the dirt because the dirt doesn't take away from your value. Everything this person that you represented is presenting is this idea that like my value is diminished because I have imperfection. I have diminished value because I have dirt. No, 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 no. You have value because you breathe. You have value because you have a unique way of viewing the world, and that value enriches my life. I want to protect that value. I want to protect who you are as a person, and I'd love to help you find ways to improve it, but I cannot work with a version of you that thinks you're bad because you're human. Let me love you. Let me accept you as a human being. And together, we as people, as community that is newly formed, can find solutions to the actual presenting problems while keeping the existential problems safe from being destroyed by the weight of the presenting problem.